Ashton Jeanty, so damn elite. He averaged this past season over 5 yards a carry after contact.
I'm going in with the mentality to dominate, whatever defense, whatever team we're playing against. I got a job to get done. We got a job to get done as a team, and I know that's going to start with the running game.
I love running backs, man.
Build your perfect running back. I want to see what kind of running back you would build if I give you some. Yeah. Oof. Vision.
I'm going to go Saquon Barkley.
People are going to get crazy. I had him rated higher than I had Saquon Barkley come out of Penn State. Are we looking at the same thing, right? Or am I seeing the same thing that you're seeing? Is there something that I'm not getting and vice versa? And that, to me, tells me that when you talk to everyone around the league, it's like this dude is creme de la creme.
Power.
Derrick Henry. Watching Derrick Henry, I just love the stiff arm. Even though I'm not as big as him, but, that's a great tool to have in your bag.
Hands.
Alvin Kamara.
I think that comp actually fits for Ashton Jeanty. I think it's absolute BS and disrespectful how much we are giving away the Alvin Kamara comp every single season. If a guy bounces off one shoulder tackle and gets into the end zone or catches a pass out of the backfield, or maybe if he even just has dreadlocks, somebody goes, oh, look, it's Alvin Kamara. The Alvin Kamara comp is
one
right
choice
there.
route.
And I think that is disrespectful. We finally have somebody that's actually worth the Alvin Kamara comp because first and foremost, the balance through contact is there.
Alvin Kamara is a comparison I get a lot, so that contact balance, love watching him and what he does in the receiving game.
And last one is agility.
Barry Sanders.
I think that might be the best running back we've had.
Yeah, who's your GOAT running back? Is
Barry.
it Barry?
Yeah.
He has a lot of the ability of a Barry Sanders, but it would be unfair to put him in that category and stuff, but he has certainly the potential to put up those kind of numbers and stuff. But I think it's a combination of great feet, power, speed, elusiveness. So and he has great balance. Those are the things that Barry has.
Great feet. He has great vision. He's a nightmare to tackle in the open field for linebackers and DBs.
Who do you emulate yourself after?
As far as like being exactly like him, I can't say that, because I feel like I'm different. I'm my own breed of running back, but some guys are, Marshawn Lynch. I've always been a fan of Marshawn. He's one of the first running backs that I watched. I just loved his, physicality, his running style, those beast mode runs. So to kind of have that support and, him showing love is everything. I just love the way he run, like how hard he ran, those crazy runs, breaking 5-6 tackles. Yeah. And I was like, man, I want to make some runs like that when I get older.
Yeah.
He came out to rookie mini camp, so I got to talk to him a little bit, meet him in person. I went on his podcast not too long ago. I don't know about most people, but like people hating on me, like that gives me all the time. Like that makes me go harder. Like if I don't win an award, if I don't get something, like that just makes me go way harder. Like, you know what I'm saying? And like that's just what made me into the person I am today. Like all throughout my career, all I've been is overlooked. Like look past. Like, oh, he's not good enough. He's not tall enough. He's not fast enough. He's not strong enough. But all I've done is work hard to prove people that that's wrong. And I've been like that since a little kid.
From having conversations with him, I know that he liked to play football, and that's gonna be big over there because Pete, I know for sure gonna make sure that he put the ball in his hand, so he gonna have a lot of opportunities, but he gonna be something special, like I think like how Saquon is.
I just got to sit down and talk with him. He dropped some jewels on me, gave me some knowledge about being in the NFL and how to carry myself and how to go about things. So just a great person to have in my corner.
I compared you to Emmitt Smith. When I was looking at your tape, the same size. You're 5'9". You're not going to be 5'11". You're not going to be 6'1".
He is 5'8". He's not the biggest running back, even though he's stout.
Well, that actually is going to work to his benefit, right? Being a tall running back is much more difficult. There's no hiding, right? And when a 5'8" guy bends down, gets low to either attack a person, he's already underneath him. And most of the times you can't see. The linemen are so big that you can't see a guy.
You're an interesting guy. I did not know about you until I started researching your history.
Yeah.
A Navy kid, Jacksonville. Somehow you end up in Virginia, and then you're in Naples, Italy.
Did you just say Naples, Italy?
Yes, sir.
What were you doing there?
I lived there for 3 years.
Damn.
Yeah, so my dad was stationed out there. He was in the Navy for 20 years, and that was one of our stops.
Who are you? Where'd you come from?
Yeah, so I was born in Jacksonville, Florida. You know, I moved around a lot. Probably the most crucial spot was Frisco, Texas, where I played high school football.
He showed up right before fall camp, and we said, what do we do with this guy? We had two running backs that were really good, and we knew that was probably his natural position, but the team needs were over on defense, so we played him at a variety of spots, played him at safety, played him at outside linebacker, put him on the D-line a little bit.
Senior running back Ashton Jeanty had just moved to the area from Italy, where his father had been stationed the last 3 years.
For 3 years, I was able to see all of Europe, you know, see different cultures, you know, learn a lot of different things, and I feel it's helped me grow a lot as a person.
It was a lot different than it is here in Texas, I'll say that. It wasn't as competitive, but, you know, I just tried as much as I can to keep getting better, keep fine-tuning my skills so that when I come back to the States and play against real competition, I'll be ready.
And he's done just that.
He bought into everything we asked him to do. Probably the most unselfish player I've ever had. As a sophomore, he played defense. As a junior, he played in the slot and then also played some running back and then became the full-time guy. And he could have easily been upset, but he was willing to serve the team and whatever we needed to be successful.
What have the teams been asking you about other than your explosion? Have they been asking you about protection? Have they been asking you about wear and tear? What has the convo been like going into the draft for you?
Their main thing right now is, you know, can you pass protect? Will you protect the quarterback? Because that's a big deal. Are you a 3-down back? But also being able to, you know, catch the ball, you know, run option routes, inside option routes, wheels, all those sorts of things, even lining up in the slot and outside, you know, moving around, you know, being a check down for Gino whenever everything's not open downfield. And then, you know, also in pass protection, you know, being able to protect the quarterback so those receivers can catch the ball down the field.
Oh, he's a beast. He's a beast. He's out there. You know, he's quick. He's fast. He's rocked up. He's thick. So he's pretty good.
Have you always been built the way that we saw you at the pro day? Because obviously you want tarps off at the pro day. You said I'm not as big as Derrick Henry. I think you're pretty jocked, lad. Has this always been the way you've built? Have you put on weight for the NFL, or is this standard Ashton Jeanty?
No, that's pretty much how I've always been built. I mean, I started lifting in the 6th grade with my older brother. He taught me really how to lift, and I mean, it's paid off, you know, so I had to take the top off and show everybody what I'm working with.
A smart play.
I don't even know if TV does justice. Where the hell did you get these muscles from? When did you know you were just swole and you were on a different level than most kids?
I think really early, I mean, in middle school, so shout out to my older brother, Amir. You know, he taught me how to, you know, work out, you know, and lift. I remember really while I was in Naples, Italy, that's when I started working out, building muscle. And, you know, I realized I was already naturally stronger than a lot of other people.
Squatting. Like, what do we, if you're doing like a heavy day and you're doing like a day of like, I'm just going to do three or four reps kind of thing. Like,
3 or 4 reps?
Yeah, right. Like, what kind of weight we putting on?
I mean, somewhere to, you know, 400 to 500 range.
Okay.
You know, depending on how I'm feeling.
Okay, yeah. Good. Okay. All right, so now hit me on the bench, like same formula there.
Yeah, somewhere in, you know, like, you know, 285 to like, you know, 350, you know.
Okay, so let's say you get drafted top 6 to the Raiders, like everybody has you mocked.
I know they could use a running back, so, you know, they got that nice pick, number 6.
And the general manager of the Raiders said that his kid has told him that if he doesn't draft you, he's going to disown his entire family.
My oldest son has made it no secret that if we don't pick Ashton Jeanty at 6, that he's walking out of the family and he's going to find somebody else, probably whoever takes Ashton.
I'm wondering if you heard about Spike Tick's son threatening to leave the family if they didn't pick you, and what was your reaction to that story?
You know, it made me laugh. Once I seen the statement about Spike Tick's son, I knew it was gonna happen. You know, there was no way. Got to keep the family together.
Jack, we'll be providing no more statements going forward. No more. We're gonna shut him up.
He walked right into our building and basically told Mark Davis, like, if my dad doesn't take Ashton Jeanty, he's doing a bad job.
But, once I kind of seen that come out on social media, I'm like, man, there's no way they're not going to pick me at number 6 if I'm there.
Jeanty.
Hello?
Ashton, welcome to the dark side, my friend.
Let's go, baby.
Yeah! We got ourselves a running back, baby! To get that call was kind of just a relief of, all the pressure, all the worry, anxiety, leading up to it, and, just extremely thankful for this opportunity.
Yeah, I want to be clear to everybody listening that we did not pick Ashton Jeanty because of Jack Spytek, just so we're all know. That was just a fun anecdote to it.
The first day I got there, like right after I got drafted, the gorilla, and the dude who wears like the metal spikes on the shoulder pads, he was painted black and silver, and we did like a schedule like release video.
Welcome to the dark side.
Going up.
So that just kind of like showed me already like, how intense this fan base is and, how much they love the team.
One of your new teammates who I'm sure you'll get to know very well, Jackson Powers Johnson, he said that you run like you're angry at the turf.
Has beef with the turf when he runs.
Yes.
All right. I love that.
Wagyu. I think that's a great description, but I think my favorite, somebody said that, I was a rolling ball of knives.
I would describe him as a humble superstar. I went to the pro day and watched him move through that building. I mean, that was as important to me as just him, on the field, jumping over bags, catching balls. I mean, I knew he could do all that stuff, but to see him move through the building.
Even from sitting down and talking to Spytek, just seeing that he really wants the right people in the building, the people who are going to be the right fit, leaders, great people, beyond football players. And, I think that's why he selected me, because he's seen that in me.
Tell me 3 or 4 things that you absolutely love outside of football. 2 or 3 things that just jump off you.
Number 1, my faith. I love God. Number 2, I love my family. Number 3, I love playing football. And then number 4, I love my dog, Coco.
Okay, good. Now we're getting into something here. You got Coco.
On my 30-day visit with the Raiders, they had us playing golf at Top Golf, but I know they were scouting to see who had a good swing or not. I know they were.
How's your game? How's your game?
It's all right. It needs a little bit of work.
So I think was there a group of you there at the top 30 visit for the Raiders?
Yeah, it was a group of us.
Okay, so I think they're trying to see how you interact with people probably, right? And everybody that has ever talked about you said like perfect teammate, great teammate. It feels like that's something you take a lot of pride in, yes, I assume?
Yeah, I mean, relationships are important, especially, with those guys that you're going to battle with on the field. I don't talk while I play. Like,
You don't talk no trash? Nothing?
somebody might come up and say something to me, and I'll just be like, all right, whatever. I'll just laugh or something like that. And they fake. That next play, like, all right, you better get ready. I ain't
Where you at? Yeah. I know where you at. Stop hiding. I'm coming for you.
Yeah, I don't know. I've just never really, been one of those guys to talk too much. I think, me, I'm more like a silent killer. I love when, a guy's talking trash, all types of stuff. But, you just go and show them in between the lines, I don't really got to say too much.
We shit talk during Top Golf, or are we quiet? Do you talk on the field, or are you quiet?
It depends. It depends on who I'm playing. Like, if somebody who talks trash mode, then I'm gonna talk back to them. But golf, I'm not talking trash because I'm not good. There's expectations for me, and that's what you want. If there's no expectations, then you're not doing something right.
I'm hoping for 1,500 rushing, and we'll say like 10 to 20 touchdowns.
And it takes time, as a rookie, to kind of, gain that confidence. And I'm here, I've arrived, and it's time to keep going and make plays for this team.
How old were you when you knew that you were just different than the other kids?
I think really young. I think about 8 or 9 years old, just playing around outside with all my friends. But I could see that I was stronger, faster than everybody. Just had a natural talent, to play football.
Games of tag weren't fun with you as a kid, I bet.
No, they weren't.
Yeah.